What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz just after noon. East Coast time outside of Atlanta, Georgia. Last trade on MULN 236, MCOM 0367. The obvious question on this Monday morning is, have those two stocks destroyed investor psyche, or is there a way that you can dig yourself out? All that and more coming right out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I need a new chair. Got a new iPhone over there. About ready to go to the Apple store, the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So happy Monday to you. If you've noticed over the course of the last couple of weeks since I downloaded Sonoma on my iMac, we're slightly blurry and there's about an eighth of a second delay. I hope the new phone fixes it, because if it doesn't, then it has to be the software, which they say is loaded up with bugs. So if you have Ventura, like I had on my iMac a few weeks ago, do not download Sonoma, because it's going to put a drag, among other things, on your video display. But, ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I want to go over a number of very important results and strategies inside of the Discord. Full disclosure, we're going on our 7th week. We, as of last Friday, are 15-1 for over 1,000% returns. And you might want to ask yourself, then why is there so much fucking complaining, griping, bitching, and moaning, not only in the Discord, but all over the internet? And it's the subject of today's video, because too many people have got virtually all their money in MULN and or MCOM. Because if you've been following me for the last 18 months on Twitter, and I shared every single fucking trade in real time, often with a graph, 161 wins and 16 losses for well over 1,000%. We've got 10x inside of the Discord with something called Ask Jason trades. Red Hill, right? RDHL, I believe, was a symbol. 35% on Friday. I gave you ICU. I said buy the stock in the low 40s. 10 days after I did that write-up, it went to 42.5 and then $1.25 the next day. You could have tripled your money. All you had to do was pay attention to what's going on in the stock chat wall, or go to trysmallbiz.com and invest $50 a month for a Discord, or a premium is $60 a month. Cancel anytime, 60-day money back guarantee, and no price hike until at least June of 2025. I know what I'm doing. I've helped generate a staggering amount of returns over the last 18 months. And in fact, going back 30 years, half of that time as a broker. But you'd never know, listening to our Discord, or the gentleman that fired me last night saying basically he's better than I am. This has been a big disappointment, he says, of the Discord. And I'm sitting there thinking, what's the fucking disappointment outside of MULN and MCOM? We've got 3 other stocks that are flat, one that's down a little bit from where we own it at 40, currently mid-20s. $70 million deal. They're in a quiet period right now, so they can't say a word. We should be accumulating. Outside of those 2 stocks that have fucking dogged everybody, including myself, for the last 6 months to a year, where's the problem? What makes you think you're going to be better than I am in generating not triple but quadruple percent gains? Answer, you're not. But there's a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, that are addicted to the action. The same people that you see build a stack at the blackjack table, come back 3 hours later, it's gone. The same clowns that are at the fucking sports bar on the weekend betting $50 to $100 on games, they go up a bit and then talk to them that night or later the next week. It's all fucking gone. We are not an in and out day trading firm. We are a make it take it. We had a gentleman, as I pointed out on Friday, bought 2.7 million shares of MCOM at 036, blew it out the same day at 0415. He made $12,300 or thereabouts on that trade. The same guy has made $126,000 in the first 6.5 weeks of the Discord. What's he paid me? $50. So you might be sitting there wallowing in negativity, Up to your eyeballs in those two stocks. I can help you navigate in terms of when is the best time to get out. And you don't have to sell the whole fucking thing at once. When it is time to get out, and I'll let you know because it's not now. I put a red on MULN at 40 when it broke that. I said, don't touch it anymore. Turned out to be right about that. I own the stock at $1.07. Yes, it's a... As we wait for the results of the meeting that apparently took place on Friday. It's going to be another week to 10 days. We should know about MCOM any moment now. And as we saw on Twitter this morning, Sal is apparently going to pull the trigger on that $15 million loan to Hopium and a $3 million convertible bond, which is going to give him 51% ownership of a $6 million company that put out 1,000-car projection on the Machina. Yeah, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You should have bought TLT on my recommendation, the 20-year ETF bond at 82.5. You should have been buying IWM in the mid-160s for your long-term buy and hold portfolio. And if you'd have been inside of the Discord or fucking paying attention on my Twitter wall in the last 18 months, you'd have had an 87% win rate for almost 2,000% on your money. Are you going to top that? I don't fucking think so. If you're in the Discord, we have 6 channels, soon to be a new video, and a number of shorter videos, and an audio welcome message. I'm in the process of verifying your email. If you want your money back, and again, you're welcome to get it the first 2 months, you got to verify your email inside of the announcements channel. Almost 90% of you have done that. I was up until 1 o'clock in the morning comparing them back and forth. That eliminates any freeloaders. The reason we're verifying, not only when you sign up at our website, but on the server, is to keep out all the freeloaders. Everyone inside of our Discord is a paying member. And if they don't want to be there in the first 2 months, they can get all their money back. You got to send me a note at trysmallbiz.com, verify your email address, no questions asked. We've had 7 people do that, 3 that got fired. So we lost about 10 members out of close to 300 in the first 6 weeks. But I think the next 200 to our 500 limit max are going to be a bit more of a challenge. Because we're not looking for day traders. We're not looking for people that got to get in and out every 15 minutes. We're not looking for doom and gloom or Debbie Downers. So if I smack you over the head, proverbially, of course, and you can't take it, you're going to leave. We've had some people that just can't take my personality. Tough fucking shit. When someone is making $125,000 in their first 6 weeks and they're paying me $50, you think he or she, and we've got some women that are very large as well, are going to take a bit of criticism? You're damn right they are. Because they know from experience that this motherfucker right here knows what he's talking about. He's a bit colorful. He's a bit over the top at times. But he knows how to make it take it. This market has gone nowhere for 18 months. The S&P is flat. The IWM is down 7% in the last 18 months. And we've racked up 160 winners for well over 1,000% return. Do you realize that's 0.25% worldwide? So any of you fucking clowns, and you've earned that nickname, think that you can beat me or do better than me day trading your way into oblivion, then knock yourself out. The buy zone every morning at 7 a.m. and 1 in the afternoon. I tell you what to buy. Green means buy it. I tell you where to buy it. I mean, I'm basically holding your hand through the whole thing. New trades are all the buys and all the sells. You guessed it. Green is a buy, red is a sell. We've got core holdings. That's what I currently own and my average currently are. We've got Flex Profits, where you can share what money you've made, not only in the Discord, but if you've got a personal story, we'd love to hear it. We've got the Traders Lounge, which is pre and post market, very casual. Anything goes in there. I check in once in a while, but I would like to think that it's your place to let your hair down and talk about whatever it is, even if it's how crazy I fucking am. Because during the market hours, and most of you are spot on with this, between Monday and Friday, 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock, as my late grandfather would say, it's assholes and elbows. He owned a junkyard and a fucking gas station. And if it wasn't assholes and elbows during the workday, he had a problem. But one thing that was good about him, he shut down the fucking gas station at noon. Can you imagine doing that today? And he went home for lunch. He was a family man. And he shut it down at 4:45 to go down to Powell's to get the meat. He was a local butcher, so he could be back by 5 o'clock. It was down the street from the house to have his 2 fucking beers. In the 70s, it was Schlitz. In the 80s and 90s, it was regular Budweiser. Folks, we're going to make money. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to tell stories. They're going to go off on tangents like that. It's to give you an idea of who I am. I'm actually a fairly decent guy, but I'm very fucking intense during work days. When it's time to make money or save money, my goodness, how about all those red light stocks that I've talked people out of? LQR, I said at $1.05, stay away from that South Beach scam. It fucking went to 12 cents. EVGO, I think, the Chinese scooter or EV player scam. I said the same thing, near $1. It went to 12 or 13 cents. I can help you make and or save a fortune, but you got to be willing to give me 50 or 60 bucks a month at trysmallbiz.com and let me do my thing. Because it's whether it's these stocks, whether it's MULN or MCOM trying to make sense of this madness, whether it's calling the bottom on TLT, whether it's Bitcoin, as I've been saying for the last 3 days, which is flash and risk on. This is the first decoupling from the S&P 500 in years. So to me, Bitcoin, crypto is telling us last trade, 30,862. It's telling us the market's about ready to... Because there hasn't been a decoupling between that and tick for tick with the S&P for years. And crypto's been more reliable in terms of Bitcoin than the VIX, which is still very tame at the moment. So while there's a lot of madness in geopolitical scene, while there's doom and gloom nonstop, not only on fucking social media, but when you turn on the fake news, you need to tune that out and realize that the GDP number in the Atlanta Fed came out at 5.4%. We're nowhere near a fucking recession. The reason why rates are going higher is because the economy is red fucking hot right now. And while it may cool down some to, I don't know, 1.5% to 2% trend in the first half of next year, we're not going in the tank to minus GDP anytime fucking soon. We're not. And in the 1950s, as I pointed out in the Discord, if you'll watch the fucking stock chat wall, in addition to all the Ask Jason plays, which again are up 10x in our first 6 fucking weeks, from 1950 to 1968, one of the biggest bull markets for equities in history, the 10-year went from 5% to 12.5%. So is it possible that we could function in a higher interest rate world? Yes. As a matter of fact, the 90-year average on the 10-year is 5%. We just so happen to have gotten used to near zero for a decade during the scamdemic and all the money printing where they jacked up the money supply by more than 40%. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, I could go on and on for days about strategy, about game plan, about statistics. The important thing I want you to know is I know what I'm doing. I can help you navigate both as an investor, whether you're buying TLT and don't chase it at 85 right now, at 82 and change, or you were buying some IWM at 164 and change, or any of these other 6 stocks that we currently have, or more than 100 Ask Jason on the wall inside of the Discord. How much more of 100 fucking grand do I have to make, people, in plain fucking sight for you guys and gals to figure out that, gee, for less than $2 a day, it might be one of the smartest investments ever at trysmallbiz.com. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, there is life outside of those 2 stocks. Always remember, I love you, and thank you so much for watching.